Hi, Aaron. Thank you for helping my project. Could you say a little bit about yourself?
Well, hey, I'm Aaron, Aaron Kendrick. I work on this company called Nona Collective, and I've interacted with the space, uh, what is it called, the Space Settlement Design Competition. I help run those a little bit and uh, work with Discord bots and make 3D or help develop 3D worlds. So,
Oh, developing 3D worlds is amazing. So you work with like Unity and or something like that?
yeah, so we made a VR chat world using one of the space settlements that was designed in I can't remember which one, but it was one of the winners of the space settlement design competition. We just took their model, made a whole world around it, made
Yeah,
all the gadgets and stuff move around.
imagination's so key. Being able to picture yourself in space is a key to motivating people to actually make it happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, did you know that NASA is planning to send astronauts to the moon in 2024 for the first time since 1972?
I wasn't aware of the date, but I knew it was happening, and I heard that's kind of a stepping stone to get to Mars.
Yeah, there's definitely a whole group of people that are like, why go to the moon? We've been there. We should go to Mars.
Well, I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? Because if you want to test all your stuff on the moon before you go further beyond, right?
It would seem pretty obvious. And it's not just testing your stuff, but maybe training your people. I mean, the International Space Station is just a few light seconds away from Earth. And,
Hmm.
they can work through issues in real time with engineers down here. But when you're, you know, 5, 10, 15 minutes away from Earth, when you can't see Earth, maybe your view of the world literally changes.
Definitely. And with moon's lower gravity, it could be a good place to set up shop and build factories or whatever civilization to where it's a lot easier to get off of the moon than it would be to get off of the Earth. Kind of a good rendezvous point.
If you had a choice between buying real estate on the moon or buying real estate on Mars, which one would you choose?
In like a few years or so, probably the moon, and mostly because I still want to have access to the internet to some extent. uh,
You don't want to be watching new releases,
yeah,
3 or
I
4
don't want to
months
watch Rick
out.
and Morty a year past when it came out, right?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. The data transfer rates between Earth and Mars are not that great right now.
I'd imagine.
Yeah, and it may actually still be more efficient to put everything on like, flash storage, put it on the spaceship, send it across and
Wow,
download it.
that would be a surprise. Well, how fast? How long does it take for light to get from here to the Mars,
I think
roughly?
a lot of it depends upon if we're on the same side of the sun
Well,
versus,
yeah, like max, average, whatever. Yeah.
I want to say, a round trip of somewhere between like 10 minutes versus 30 minutes, something
So
like that.
that's what we're shooting for latency. That's the absolute max. uh, I
Absolutely.
guess minimum.
So I mean, you mentioned that it makes sense to go to the moon first to test to going to Mars, but what do you think about going to the moon in general? I mean, is it something that excites you or something that I mean, like, how do you feel about it?
Oh, definitely. It definitely excites me. I mean, just being in like water in Earth is fun. Think about the low gravity aspect of of just everything that has to do with the moon. Like that's insane to me. we could we could build like a two-story building. You don't need stairs. You just jump up to it. Our whole life would be different up there.
Yeah, it would be that would be funny. It would be like cats on those
Yeah,
human size
we'd
cat.
all just be jumping around, jumping off walls, and having a good time.
Wow. I know. I mean, if we could create a big volume of space that was pressurized, safe from radiation and thermal fluctuations, and had good air in it,
Yeah,
that's a lot of apps. But
yeah.
that could be really cool.
think about it, you could have like different sports or like just the regular sports would be so different. Yeah. You'd have to, football field, you'd have to make it like 8 times as big or something. I don't know.
Or maybe the ball 8 times as massive.
Oh, perhaps.
Yeah, but the momentum doesn't change.
That is true. They sure could sell could kick it a lot harder, a lot farther. I
You
would
see,
think.
they catch the ball and they sort of fly up.
Yeah. Woo. All right, he's going up to catch it. And he's landing back down now. There he goes. Oh man.
So if it was safe and affordable, would you take a trip to space?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
How far would you go? To orbit? To the
Oh,
moon?
I'd go all the
Immigrate to
way on it.
Mars?
I would definitely take a trip to Mars if I could, if I knew it was safe and reliable, If I had the expectations that I'm gonna get there and things are gonna be good, and I'm gonna be able to get back. Yeah, sure. No fear. Let's go. I'm all down for exploring.
Well, that's awesome. Well, that's pretty much all the questions I had, but did you have any questions for me or anything you wanted to add or talk about?
No, I think I'm good. Thank you so much for the interview.
Well, I really appreciate finally getting to connect with you.
Absolutely. I hope to see you sometime in person once all this COVID stuff is over. But
Which part of the world are you in?
currently, I'm in Austin.
Oh, that's not too far away. I'm in
Yeah, you're
Houston.
in Houston, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The
And
next
there's
time I'm
a
down,
New Worlds conference in Austin, usually
Oh,
every year, but they haven't had it the past couple of years. But
yeah, I imagine.
yeah, if you ever come down, you should come down on the second Saturday of a month. Starting December onwards, we're going to be having our North Houston Space Societies then
Are
meetings
they going to
then.
be
So
in-person meetings?
we had our first one this past Saturday.
Ah,
We're transitioning to the second Saturday of the month starting in December, but um, uh,
second Saturday.
yeah, I mean it's the first Saturday of November next, and then from then on it'll be the second
Got
Saturday.
it.
So
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, we had 20 people show up in person. David Shervant showed up virtually as he's driving to New Hampshire.
Yeah. I'll try to make it down to one of them.
That'd be fantastic. We'd love to have you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, very good. Well, you have a good rest of your night, and again, thank you so much for connecting.
Yep, absolutely, Nathan. It was a pleasure.
Okay, take care.
Yep. Have a good night.